Peggy 16.
Dearest Mother, I came to this rock to find you. But I only find myself surrounded by schemers. The President, the soldier, the Duchess, and the Cardinal, and those who invited us here. But I won't be a pawn in their games. What brought you here? What have you left for me to find? Are you even still alive?
Why do you think she wanted to leave?
Everything is possible if you make the right choices.
It will take all my skill and my silver tongue to solve this mystery. Before it's too late.
C'est gros salopard, tu sais. Allez.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Alors, on peut lire 3 bouquins. Donc vous avez interrogatoire, science, politique, logique, subterfuge, linguistique, diversion ou érudition. Donc vous m'en sortez, chacun me sort au moins un. Et les 3 premiers qui m'en ont sorti un, ce seront les 3 qu'on choisira. Donc science, interrogatoire, science. Donc une 3e personne qui choisit entre logique, politique, subterfuge, linguistique, diversion ou érudition. Vous choisissez. Érudition. Un peu bizarre que ce soit Gwen qui choisisse érudition, mais oui, pourquoi pas.
Don't move.
Décontenancé. Un interlocuteur vous a mis en défaut. Le coût d'utilisation d'une compétence augmente. Utilisez un auxiliaire d'or pour vous soigner.
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around. Oh my god, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother!
Who are you?
It's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
Ouh. Pour elle, Lord Mortimer m'a écrit « Je suis là pour vous sauver, lui rappeler la quête du livre où il est temps d'entrer mère. » Oula. Choisissez.
Remember, Al-Azif?
I was sure.
Where's the book, Mother?
So
Mauvaise
that's what you
réponse.
want. You will never find it. Emily died for that.
What's got into her?
You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother. It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
You've been telling it to me since I was 3 years old, Mother. How could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind logical.
Garde toujours l'esprit logique et ouvert. 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 Bon bah ouvert. Allez, qui va oser répondre? Ouvert. Lequel ouvert? Astrophe, précise. Lequel ouvert? Faut que tu précises, mec. Non, non, encore une fois, on a déjà dit, il y a que ta fente qui est ouverte, quoique non, maintenant elle est bouchée par une épée, mais ça c'est autre chose. Je tiens à préciser, si c'est moi qui choisis, je vais tout faire pour vous faire dépenser des points et vous faire échouer. Hein. Juste pour vous faire chier. Moi je me suis déjà soigné, on n'a plus le malus que tu peux qui aurait dû être là à la place de là où il y a la webcam. Il n'y a plus le malus. Alors là, le ouvert tout court, c'est le dialogue de base, Astrophe. Le bomba ouvert, c'est le dialogue de base aussi. Le ouvert là, c'est de la conviction. Le ouvert là, c'est de la manipulation. Et ça coûte plus cher parce qu'on est sous stress et qu'on a une personne qui nous pointe avec un flingue. La version conviction?
And open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Allez. Bon, je vais vous donner un indice. Ça n'a rien changé, mais j'avais envie. Putain. Ah, ça va être marrant, là. Franchement, je pense que c'est marrant. Donc, Von Bolchette, Botcher, Morcher, Bolcher. Parce qu'il y a Botcher et Bolcher et Borcher. Bolcher. Alors, Astrophe a dit Von Bolcher, donc on va faire Von Bolcher. Merci.
His name was Von Bullshit.
Louis would never have got it wrong, dirtbag.
No, it's just a detail. He lived in Paris, near the Notre Dame Cathedral. We investigated him for 3 months. He made a fortune by taking advantage of gullible collectors of Parisian high society.
You're a good actor.
He was an ancient art dealer. He had the book, Al-Azif.
And that's what you wanted to get out of me, wasn't it?
Not at all. We unmasked him, but then he came after us. We escaped, but you didn't want me to intervene. That's how I got this scar.
What? How? You can't know about that. Louis, no. Is it really you? No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Choisissez. C'est qui Adams? Je vais pas répondre à ta question, ça serait trop simple. Ce serait pas drôle surtout. Après ça, je veux bien te donner un indice. Voilà qui est Adams. Juste au visage, tu devrais reconnaître qui c'est.
Don't believe it. I thought I'd meet him the moment I arrived, given the situation. But not at all. He didn't even bother to meet me in person.
I imagine that Elizabeth was still here. Very well. Rational and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
Rappelle sauf que tu t'es trompé, c'était pas Von Bolcher. Hein. D'ailleurs, est-ce que j'ai le nom là? Pour qu'on rigole. Ah, je dois pas l'avoir. Quoique. En regardant. De riche. Ah. On n'a pas le héros? Ah si, chez Louis. Ah non, ils le mettent pas. Non. Perso, je dirais voir des visions, tout simplement.
Like me having visions, for example?
I knew it! It started! Oh,
Hell,
Louis,
she's
I just
panicking.
wish I...
Yes, it's happened to me. Like when I was a boy. I find myself in someone else's body for the space of a dream.
Have you ever
merci.
dreamed of a different place to the one where you were sleeping, without being able to explain it?
No.
But Mother, don't worry. I'm not losing my mind. Everything is fine. You used to give me a concoction to calm me down when I was little. So, just make some for me once we get back home.
Migraines? Loss of consciousness? Loss of control?
No, rest assured. All is well. I promise you.
What else? If you really are who you say you are, then you'll do what I ask of you.
Which is...
A conference is going to be held. You will attend on my behalf.
No, wait, Mother. No one cares
You
about...
will be invited and you will go. Mortimer will present a project. Whatever this project is...
But-
Whatever the project is, I want you to learn as much as you can about it. You'll have to get by as best you can, but we must find out what it's about. Do you understand?
Don't you think that before all that, there are a few issues to be addressed?
Do you understand?
Yes. All right, I understand.
I'll explain afterward, but right now you must go to the conference. Go now!
You do realize you're still treating me like a...
Go!
If you aren't there when I get back, I warn you. One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
Ah. N'empêche, merci Elzalia d'être là hein, pour augmenter le taux d'échec. J'adore. J'adore. Continue Elzalia. Oh putain. Ne t'arrête surtout jamais Elzalia. On est que deux. Possible. On fait gaffe. Merde, il a fermé l'escalier. Ouais. Et hop, je récupère ça déjà. On peut passer par là. Ou par là. Par là. La table ronde.
I have suspected it.
Hello, my lord. Hello, hello. Hello, my lord.
Amber crystals.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol water.
Ah, on a une clé gauche. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Ah, on peut le crocheter. On peut le crocheter si vous voulez. On le crochette.
Are you quite sure, sir?
On peut le crocheter.
Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her. He said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
But it is not sound. No, it is not sound.
Your conjecture is totally wrong.
Carmelite water.
Je sais pas si c'est un peu normal qu'il y ait des trucs qui traînent par terre. Hein. Bon, on va
I
d'abord
don't
faire
know if
chez
you
lui.
ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him.
Are you quite sure? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
But it is not sound. No, it is not sound.
Your conjecture is totally wrong.
Donc choisissez.
I have already told her so once by your desire.
Are you quite sure? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
What frightens you so much about him?
That does seem
Your
as if...
conjecture is
Hurry up. He's waiting for you. Make haste, Riche. Mortimer's waiting for you.
Ok, il va plus nous parler.
Good evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him. Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
My son, glad you're here. It seems Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have a very important letter to give to her.
Feeling all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Alors, il y a quand même un truc que je trouve étonnant dans le jeu, c'est qu'on a déjà passé quoi, 2 nuits dans le jeu? Ouais, un truc dans le genre 2 nuits. Et il y en a aucun qui a changé ses putains de fringues. Même pas elle. Elle avec sa tenue, elle a pas changé. Il marque qu'elle a dans l'eau. Elle avec sa tenue, elle a même pas changé une seule fois une seule fois de tenue quoi.
respect to any other leading characteristic, I do not imagine that much has been unfolded.
By all that I have ever written.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly, but what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry, you are not alone, Louis.
Very well.
Louis, let me keep you a moment. I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
Actuellement, territoire espagnol, je vais proposer à l'Assemblée qu'il devienne français. Ouais, je pense qu'il me manque quelques mots. Je pense qu'il manque quelques mots. Je sais pas ce qui me fait dire ça, mais bon.
But how does that concern me?
C'est un rapport avec ta fente, ça, d'ailleurs.
This project with your mother. We began thinking about a crazy idea. Unfortunately, Sarah went missing before getting the bigger picture. I don't intend to stop at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Dindon, j'ai tellement envie de te répondre, la fente à quoi?
Lord Mortimer, I'm sure you're aware that Louisiana is hardly prime quality land. I wouldn't be exaggerating to call it marshland. How is acquiring land they won't know what to do with going to strengthen the United States?
Think further, Louis. The United States won't stop there. Once they've acquired Louisiana, nothing will stop them. All they would have to do then is keep pushing toward the west to take the whole North American continent.
So you intend to get rid of the Spanish?
They are purely transitory. This is the settlers' home. It is natural for them to want to develop their nation to become one of the greatest powers of this world. As for the Spanish, there are just a handful of them actually on site, and if need be, we'll see to it that they are sufficiently occupied in Europe so that their focus is not on the North American continent. Moreover, Spain really only cares about its colonies in South America. It's hardly my fault if they are not capable of seeing the potential in the North American territories. The concept of royalty is from bygone times. It is time to lead the way to democracy. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Ouais.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
Son projet louable, oui et non. Il veut éjecter les Espagnols.
My friends, I propose we get started.
Ça pour Espagnol.
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur. I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Ok, il les remercie.
Thank you all. I am honored to be among you today. I will strive to represent the interests of the Order as best I can.
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining two-thirds of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
Ce ne sont pas des sauvages, vous gardez le silence. Ouais. J'avoue, c'est pas un portugais. Mais c'est un manuel. Mais c'est pas un portugais. Gardez le silence.
Duke Manuel.
Ok, stuff.
I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France, free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Alors, je peux faire celui-là. Hein. Soit vous protégerez des Américains, ou soit vous protégerez des Anglais. Où est-ce qu'on se tait? On peut le faire, hein, celui-là. Après, c'est... Mais il faut que vous me dites. Vous protégerez des Anglais, c'est ça que tu veux, Danjon? C'est sûr que tu veux, Danjon? Non,
We are neighbors.
Danjon va répondre en premier.
Remember, your main rival in Europe is more likely to be England, who
Eh
is
non,
plowing the
immunité
seas right at
rencontrée.
your coastline.
Nice job.
Hand over Louisiana to France and make her a prime ally.
Come, Louis. Spain and Great Britain are already allies and have nothing to gain by breaking their alliance.
Even if I do agree, Duchess, the omnipresence of the English fleet in Atlantic waters does not particularly please me.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like Washington isn't aware of Mortimer's plan?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Vous choisissez. On se protégera les chrétiens.
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend,
Je
how
parle
can you
de
come
ça.
out with such a remark
Démerdez.
after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory. It looks like I won't be just making friends here.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
I assure you, Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare you!
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Je vous prépare le stropole. Je vous prépare le stropole. Franchement, je suis fier de vous les gens, hein. Vous avez presque tout échoué. Ah, qu'est-ce que ça me fait plaisir. Tellement fier de vous. Donc je vous laisse une minute. Allez, ne me décevez pas. Ne me décevez surtout pas, continuez les échecs, s'il vous plaît. Vous pouvez le faire, les gens. Vous pouvez le faire. Ah, putain, je joue même pas pour réussir le jeu, je joue juste pour vous voir, vous viander. Et ça me fait plaisir. 30 secondes. On est dans la guilde de Noob, Louis Pack. Noob. Je suis un noob. Oh oh. Un no life, un vrai. Je joue au MMORPG. Et fin du temps, la majorité pour rester aider Mortimer. Vous avez quand même la majorité qui se barre et vous restez avec lui. Hein, mais bon.
As for me, I think I shall remain with Lord Mortimer, Sir Gregory.
You are committing a grave error, Louis.
Time will tell.
My friends, I would like to thank you for staying.
Good God, William. What is this I hear about you reinforcing military power in Louisiana? I have no interest in having France for a neighbor, and you know that very well.
Calm down, George. Louis, explain our plan to Mr. Washington, please.
You see, Mr. President, Lord Mortimer anticipates that once France obtains Louisiana, they will cede it to you.
What do you mean? To us? The United States?
You heard right.
But
President Washington, the United States will double in size.
By what miracle have you...
You need to expand, George. You and France are the two major democracies in the modern world. It is necessary that you both become superpowers.
Are you really going to sponsor democracy throughout the world?
Of course, Monsieur Peru. That's why I don't want Spain to get too attached to those weapons. Please continue, Louis. Explain my vision to Mr. President.
Franchement, si vous me répondez bien sûr, précisez conviction ou logique, hein. Sinon, je réponds ça. Conviction ou logique. Conviction, logique ou je n'ai pas tout compris.
Mr. President, Lord Mortimer intends for you to conquer all the North American continent. He's relying on you to not stop at Louisiana, but to continue to push west.
Indeed, it would be dishonest to pretend that this is not my final objective.
But why didn't you tell me before?
Bien sûr, logique. On n'a pas tous la même logique, Pikmin.
so that Lord Mortimer would appear to be isolated without support.
Exactly. You got it, Louis.
Lord Mortimer retains the advantage by advancing undercover, and for it to work, he needed you to act surprised.
William, you haven't changed. Always one step ahead.
One step ahead? You're joking. More like 5.
On that note, my friends, it's getting late. Mr. President, continue to take offense over my project when we resume the conference in the morning. You do it to a T. And if Sir Gregory has the audacity to send you an emissary to convince you to go against me, do me a favor. String him along if you can. The more they believe we are divided, the more we'll have our hands free.
Only too happy to oblige.
Now, let us get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Louis, if you have a minute, I'd like to ask a favor of you. I'm going to require your services.
How can I be of help? Tell me all about it.
Our adversaries are many, and the closing vote of the conference will soon be upon us. Time is of an essence, so I'll need you to assist me this evening.
How can I help?
I need you to go this very evening to persuade Signor Godoy to join us. He is the backbone of Gregory's resistance. Turn him round, and all the others will follow in such a stampede that Gregory will be able to do nothing but admit defeat.
Lord Mortimer, with all due respect, don't you think I'm the last person Godoy wants to talk to?
I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
Il me cache quelque chose ou d'accord, on verra bien.
Lord Mortimer, you're not telling me everything.
Let's say I wouldn't disapprove if the Right Honorable, though nonetheless choleric, Duke Manuel put you in his bad books. If it could motivate him to declare war on France, it would greatly serve our interests.
War? What do you mean?
I told you before the conference. The more we distract Spain from the Americas, the less it will have an eye on Louisiana.
But all the same, we're talking about a war in Europe.
Don't worry. That's why Mr. Bonaparte is with us. I am convinced we'll be perfectly capable of managing the conflict. And Signor Godoy is not a great soldier.
En fait,
He
le
will
mec veut
not
créer
commit Spain to a
une
long
guerre
war
mondiale.
that he won't be capable of managing.
I'll go straight away.
Thank you, my boy. And get some rest afterwards. Big day tomorrow.
Le mec veut vraiment créer une guerre, hein. Ouais, je vais pas lire les trucs comme ça parce que ça me fait chier, c'est long, c'est chiant.
Aren't you afraid our projects for Italy may be discovered before we... Oh. Please excuse us, Louis, but I need to speak with Lord Mortimer in private.
No. What do you want, Louis?
I'm going to have a word with Duke Manuel, but you know him better than I do, I believe.
Yes. Avoid any marks of respect and protocol pertaining to his rank. He's not fond of courtly manners.
Thank you for the advice, my lord. When are we supposed to vote?
The conference resumes tomorrow morning. That leaves little time for the little favor I spoke to you about.
Indeed. I'll go straight away. I shall be leaving you.
Alors... Ah, on avait déjà ouvert là. Y'a pas un autre coffre ici là, cet étage?
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Oh bah non, il n'y avait pas d'autres coffres. Ah mais si, attendez, il y avait un coffre qui était fermé ici. Je suis presque sûr qu'on a déjà vu un coffre fermé ici. Après ça, où est-ce qu'il était? Pas celui-là. Oh bah pas grave. On se casse. Un dans cette salle et un autre dans la salle secrète. C'est la chambre de qui ça?
Monsieur Johann von Wulner.
Johann von Wulner. Et là, je me barre dormir, c'est en mode. M'en fous de vos histoires, je me casse.
President George Washington.
C'est la chambre de Georgie. Ouais, Georgie. Georgie Washington. Bon, la chambre que je veux, c'est celle d'abord de Amy. Et lui déjà. Von Wollner.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ouais, bah ça va attendre. Eh mais... Ah putain de... Ah la salle... Ah on peut descendre? Elle est où Amy? Elle est où? T'es où Amy? Mais fermé. Ouvert.
Duke Manuel?
Well, well. Monsieur de Richet, I was not expecting you. I am not in the mood, sir, I warn you. What do you want from me, sir?
Quelle est la probabilité que je tombe sur lui? Je voulais d'abord faire tout le reste. Quelle est la putain de probabilité que, en appuyant trop vite, je tombe sur lui? Putain! Donc je vais choisir. Je cherchais Émilie en plus, je cherchais la fille, pas lui, la fille. Merde.
This conference can't have been easy for you. Is it always like this?
Ha! That is the least we can say. Yet I was warned. I knew what to expect from Mortimer, but I refused to be a laughingstock. If it is war the French want, that is what they will get.
Wait, we don't have to do this.
Perhaps. But everything is pushing us to do so. Just tell me one thing, monsieur. Why did you side with Mortimer? He is alone, isolated. The United States can do nothing to help you, and France is surrounded by over 10 countries, just waiting for the word to pounce. Really. I do not see why you choose Mortimer.
Alors je peux choisir n'importe quel choix. Hein. Prenez ça, prenez comme si je peux choisir n'importe quel choix.
Golden Order, my friend. The Order is everywhere. We come from France. We are President of the United
Bonne
States,
réponse.
England, and many other countries. We have ambitions and the means to carry them out. You'll see, once all hell breaks out and your English support starts to fade away. The Order is an international organization. It matters little what governments do. Otherwise, why would Mortimer have gone to the trouble of inviting my mother?
If you're right, Sir Gregory has got it all wrong. Tell me, do you really believe Spain has any interest in ceding Louisiana to France?
Donc encore une fois, on peut mettre n'importe quel choix. Prenez ça en compte.
First of all, the question is to know what Louisiana can be used for. We agree that today, all it brings you is death. Every day, a few more Spaniards die far from their birthplace.
I cannot deny that Louisiana is a veritable quagmire. You have a point there. Tell me one last thing. What would I gain from all this?
Allez, les gens. On peut pas le faire chanter. On peut pas le pousser à bout. Mais on peut faire tous les autres choix. Parle-lui de ce qu'il ne perdrait pas.
If you continue with home, our two countries will become rivals. It could turn into war. Who knows?
It is likely even.
A war, Duke Manuel. On our own territories. Do you really see yourself committing the Kingdom of Spain to an armed conflict against France? Can you imagine the financial investment required, not to mention the loss of lives and dishonor at the slightest defeat? Do you see yourself being the man responsible for that?
No, but you are the one who's pushing me into it, you damned Frenchman!
I'm not pushing you into anything, Duke Manuel. If you are a man of the future and of progress, as I'm given to believe, you will know how much suffering a war would bring.
Come on, you fool, give it up. You're trapped like a rat.
Monsieur, I am astounded. I did not think you capable, but you have succeeded. I will be more wary of you the next time. Nonetheless, if you can guarantee Lord Mortimer's support, then yes, you can count on my vote when the time comes. However, I expect you to be discreet with regard to my former partners, without which our agreement will become null and void.
Of course, my Lord Duke. You can count on me. Lord Mortimer will be delighted to hear the news.
I hope you know what you are getting into, Louis. I bid you good luck.
Good night, my Lord Duke.
See you tomorrow.
Well, that's one thing out of the way.
Please, leave me, sir. From now on, no one must see us together. Now leave me.
J'avoue qu'il y a un souci.
Now
Hein.
leave me.
Il y a un souci de
Now
taille.
leave me.
C'est quoi ces...
Now leave me.
ces jambes? Je crois qu'il y a un souci de jambes. Il y a un souci de taille, comme on pourrait dire. On déverrouille? Est-ce qu'on déverrouille les gens? Salut Jette, ça va? Est-ce qu'on déverrouille ou on laisse? Do it.
Amber crystals.
On se balade. Il y a un double ting-ting.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Moi fatigué, Jette, mais sinon ça va. Juste bien claqué. Et hâte de dormir. Je peux retourner dans le passage secret cette fois-ci. Non. T'es franchi avec ça quoi, pas nous laisser. Quoi, elle est dehors? Quoi, elle est dehors? Peut-être que l'autre elle est dehors en fait. T'expliquerais pourquoi est-ce qu'on la trouvait pas. On va d'abord aller voir dehors. On cherche des petits loot. 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 En fait, c'est vraiment une zone à la con là où je suis. Ah non. Est-ce qu'on peut retourner voir Mother? Non, on peut pas aller voir Mother. Mother. Je vais te coucher tôt donc. Ouais non, étant donné qu'il y a quand même le stream de Nio ce soir. Donc ouais non. C'est relatif. Le taux.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
A fragment of amber.
Vous en êtes où? Bah, Jetana, tu as Alzalia qui a envie de boucher les fentes d'un peu tout et n'importe quoi, mais qui propose en même temps sa propre fente.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Donc c'est un peu bizarre. Elle offre sa fente.
The Great Work of the Soul by S. Madone. Pure alchemy is a thought, an art that is performed on the matter of the soul. Great alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work. There are 4 phases to attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment. The human soul must descend.
N'empêche, on parle d'offrir la fente d'Alzalia et il y a plein de gens qui arrivent là.
It's something like what I felt when I think of what I found out about my mother.
Même moi fatigué, mais sinon ça va, MC.
The soul broken up must be purified by the alchemist. Nice program. The soul must be transformed in order to attain sublimation by the recombination of the alchemist. It's tempting.
Alors, Jetana, tu m'envoies ravi parce que j'aimerais bien, moi aussi, bouffer du burger. J'aimerais bien bouffer un bon burger. Mais le quick le plus proche est à 15 minutes à pied, minimum, et j'ai la flemme de ressortir là, j'ai une flemme monstre.
The incarnation of the purified spirit, the elevation of the
c'est
soul.
ça, vous avez les gens des burgers et tout, tranquille.
Its resurrection, thanks to the action of the alchemist. Except if the alchemist has bad intentions, then it's called manipulation. Very metaphorical as occult theories go, the human spirit being the prima materia of the alchemist.
Alors ouais, dindon, mais comment te dire?
The alchemist is a young man.
Disons que pour faire simple, le McDo le plus proche est à une demi-heure à pied. Et je ne parlerai même pas Là, je vous laisse choisir, s'en fouille ou pas. Et je ne parlerai même pas du Burger King parce qu'il n'y en a pas à Limoges. Alors oui, Gwen, mais moi j'ai aussi pizzeria et kebab pas très loin, mais j'ai la flemme de sortir tout court.
Golden elixir.
Et malin, t'as dépensé nos derniers points.
A chest lock with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart. The Great Work of the Soul by S. Madone. Pure alchemy.
Il me semble que c'est la chambre de Volner.
Is performed on the matter of the
De
soul.
Volner,
Great
Alzea.
alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work. There are 4 phases to attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment.
NVJR.
The human soul must descend, be corrupt, in order to become decomposed. It's something like what I felt when I think of what I've found out about my mother. The soul broken up must be purified by the alchemist. Nice program. Very metaphorical as occult theories go, the human spirit being the prima materia of the alchemist. A chest lock with a 4-letter code, surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Bon, si quelqu'un a une idée du mot, moi je suis preneur parce que bon... Faire toutes les lettres une à une, ça va être long. Jamais goûté Burger King. Bah ça te remplit beaucoup plus que les autres fast-food à la con. Ah, ça va pas être Lego, hein. Parce que là je suis parti pour faire tout, donc bon. Quelqu'un a une idée, je suis preneur. Ça va être long. Faut cacher dans la chambre, hein.
The signs of the zodiac.
Ça, les signes du zodiac.
The signs of the zodiac.
Oh, il y a un truc là-haut. Je veux ce truc. Je veux ce... Putain. Hey! Je sens que je me fais arnaquer. Il y a un truc en l'air, je peux pas le prendre. Mythic Burger Tools.
The alchemist is an old
Ça va être dégueulasse pour que vous en souveniez. Bon, par contre, j'aimerais quand même avoir le... Ah!
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Je viens de claquer un truc pour récupérer un truc.
A chest lock with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Diac! Allez! Au pif! Allez! Allez! Vous pouvez pas tester? Ah ah! J'aime le pifomètre. Ah, c'est chez qui là? Des Ziok. La puissance du Ziok.
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Y avait pas un balcon où je pouvais aller?
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
C'était la précédente chambre où je pouvais aller sur le balcon. Je sais qu'il y a un balcon sur lequel je pouvais aller. Voilà, c'est là. Rien ne nous interdit de passer par le balcon. Fermé. On a une belle vue d'ici. Fermé. Merci. Fermé.
A fragment of amber.
De toute façon, tout au burger, ça vaut pas un bon vieux burger fait maison. Avec un vrai steak acheté chez le boucher et tout. Mais bon, chacun ses goûts, chacun ses couleurs. Chacun son odeur. Avec des vraies frites. C'est ça, mais après ça, les frites, c'est un peu plus cher à faire.
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door's ajar.
Right here. Ah.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad. Nice decor for a Revolutionary Tribunal judge's room. An old sesterce from Roman Gaul. Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
All right. I've retrieved everything. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Je suis pas tout à fait d'accord avec toi, Danon, parce que c'est quand même très lourd. Je propose. Et en plein été. Voilà quoi. En plein été, il faut un barbecue. La question ne se pose même pas, c'est un bon barbecue qu'il faut. Un bon barbecue en plein été.
Amber crystals.
Peut-être aller sur son balcon. Hein? Il y a un truc? Porte. Bon, avant ça, voyons voir. Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs à piquer. On dirait que non. Passez par là. C'est pas sa chambre pourtant.
Leave me, Deriche. I don't feel like talking.
Alors le problème c'est que curry japonais MC, faut pouvoir bouffer les épices. Je ne peux pas, donc non, moi ça m'intéresse pas. Surtout qu'après ça, des currys japonais fades, tu en as tellement dans des restos jap. Parce qu'ils ne savent pas le faire, le bon vrai curry jap.
Are you gonna keep sticking to me like glue? Hell's bells, I don't deserve this. There's nothing you can do for me.
What's going on? Maybe I can help.
Not anymore, you can't. Not against him. But thanks for the offer.
Who are you talking about?
You know very well.
Lord Mortimer? You talk as if you were in danger, monsieur. Has he threatened you in any way?
I'm done for, Monsieur de Richet. I played with the devil, and I lost.
Parler.
What did he do for you to describe him in this way?
Putain, j'avais sectionné. Hein. Déconne pas, j'avais vraiment sectionné ce qu'il faut.
What else do I call him? He lures you in.
Désolé.
Makes you feel important. Pushes you forward. He charms you day after day. Reads you with such ease. He understands your weaknesses. Overcomes your resistance. He talks to you again and again. Until you can no longer say no.
Come, sir. How can a man like you...
Ouais, non, mais ça va pas utiliser, Azalia.
Follow my advice. Find your mother if she's still alive, and get out of here.
Si tu veux, tu vois, on a toujours le bonus.
This damned island of doom.
Are we in danger?
You've been in danger since the minute you set foot on this rock. He wants you. He's sizing you up. He is circling around you. It's blindingly obvious, and you, flattered as you are, will soon be running around for him just to keep your place among his precious few. It feels so good to be accepted by him. You will experience power, wealth, glory. He will give it all to you until one day you will feel so eaten up inside that you will no longer know who you are. You will find yourself void of all conscience, of all freedom. You can no longer look at yourself in the mirror without feeling sick.
Refuse, I tell you. From now on, say no. No!
You're a good man, Louis. You look after yourself. As for me, I shall take back my freedom tomorrow morning. I'm through with it all.
There you go. Back in the saddle. I'm glad to hear it.
Come on. It's late. I'd like to get some rest.
Very well. I'll leave you then. See you tomorrow, monsieur.
Leave me alone. I asked you to leave me alone. I asked you to leave me alone.
C'est le mec qui est casse-couille, quoi.
I asked you to leave me alone.
Hop là. On est chez qui, là?
My dear Napoleon.
Ah, la chambre de Napoléon.
Agreed,
Nickel.
I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs. French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
C'est tout, y'a rien? Y'a Pouic ici, quoi. Je peux même pas me barrer par là. Je veux dire, je peux même pas faire la boîte. Je peux même pas jouer avec la bobette. Et là c'est long, le chargement. Donc par là.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte. Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte. It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles. The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur. Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. The Beaucaire dinner. It hasn't been signed yet, but there's a letter with it.
On peut examiner l'écriture. Vous décidez de faire quoi? Qu'est-ce que vous décidez, les gens? Allez, un malus dans notre gueule.
That's some quality paper. And that handwriting, I'd say it's Mortimer's. So, Bonaparte is going to publish a book that he didn't write. That crafty little rascal.
Ok, mais... On s'en branle? J'espère que ce soit pas...
Bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a à foutre qu'il fasse publier un bouquin? Il y a encore l'autre qui frappe à la porte. Oh merde, putain. C'est drôle lui.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Alors, je peux pas le passer pour rentrer de force.
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
Donc choisissez.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know where he is.
Ah, very well. I shall wait for him in that case.
C'est malin. Du coup, on peut pas aller dans la chambre.
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any
Donc
chance,
j'insiste,
would you?
vous choisissez. Et on pourra pas aller dans la chambre, hein, les gens. Donc, qu'est-ce que vous décidez?
I just ran into him. He was heading for the dining room.
Ah, thank you.
Et hop là. À moi.
A cache. Manuel Godoy. A painting of himself in his room. Now that's not going to help him develop a sense of modesty. The Kiss of Judas, painted by Caravaggio. This is how Judas pointed out Christ to the Roman soldiers. Can you imagine a worse betrayal? Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Prometheus. Punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man. Golden elixir.
Ça va, lui sa chambre était bien garnie vu tous les trucs qu'il a. Foiré va.
A fragment of amber.
Mais il y a tellement de trucs dans sa chambre.
Maria Louisa of Parma. Although not Godoy's true love, the queen is his benefactress according to some people.
Le mec il se fait pas chier quoi. Avec tout ce qu'il a dans sa chambre.
Charles IV of Spain. Now there's no chance of Godoy forgetting who he owes everything to.
Putain, y en a c'est les chouchous quoi. On voit les putains de faux culs.
Mary Louise of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke.
Alors on peut faire celui que vous voulez, vous me dites. Non, il n'y avait pas de Playboy à l'époque à mon avis, non.
It looks like someone's hidden something on the back of this painting. It's a letter. Of course, it's written in Spanish. And it reeks of lavender. Well, well, Mr. Godoy. You seem very interested in hiding this letter. Another secret romance, I presume?
On peut traduire la lettre. Vous me dites.
So, let's see what it says.
Attendre Pépita, Pépita, c'est. Je suis contrit d'être loin de toi à nouveau, même pour le bien de mon pays. Je souffre d'avoir dû partir sur cette dispute inutile, car tu es la seule que j'aime, Josépha, à jamais. Je l'ai dit, tout ce que j'ai, tout ce que je pourrais t'offrir, je ne le dois qu'à l'affection de la reine. Soyons unis, je t'en prie, même dans le sacrifice pour nous, nos enfants à venir. Cesse d'être jalouse, toi seul occupe mes pensées, le reste n'est que du théâtre, je te le jure.
It seems that the Queen isn't the only one enjoying the Lord Duke's favors. If the Queen found out, it would cost him dearly. I'll keep it with me. You never know.
Il est conscient qu'il va sortir à la lavande, hein, mais bon. Je dis ça, je dis rien. Salut le diable de majordome, ça va? Bon. Est-ce qu'il y a du loot? Des petits loot, toujours des petits loot. On cherche le loot de première classe, le loot de seconde classe. J'ai envie d'aller voir là-bas. Une fenêtre près. Et hop là. Ah, y'a rien? Sérieusement? Sérieusement, y'a rien? Oh putain de jeu de merde. Il y a strictement rien. Comment va le chat? Fatigué. Envie de dormir, sinon ça va. Ah bah je cherchais, bah tiens.
Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, you surprised me during the conference.
Why's that?
Well, you are going to lose. Why stay with Lord Mortimer?
I believe he has every chance of winning.
My, you are a rash one. However, if ever you want to change sides, please feel free to let me know.
But tell me, you didn't come here to try and make me change my mind, did you?
That's the last thing on my mind, although you would have everything to gain by it.
Donc choisissez.
Do you perhaps know something that I don't?
Je tiens juste à te prévenir, Zalia. Il ne reste plus qu'une seule fois où on peut prendre un choix qui ne coûtera rien. Plus qu'une seule fois.
If you know something I don't about Lord Mortimer, now's the time.
I don't want to speak ill of him, but in certain circles, you can't exactly say he has a good reputation.
Continue.
Well, there have been instances where he has used people, then gotten rid of them once he no longer seemed to need them, Louis. He makes fine promises, makes you feel valuable, tests you. But beware. I'm worried that something might happen to you.
Are you advising me to change sides as a precaution?
I'd rather say as a safety measure. Louis, if you trust me, you ought to ask yourself why I have chosen home. You do trust me, don't you?
Oui, non.
Of course, Emily.
Admit
Ah,
though,
trop
that
tard,
it
non,
does
Zalia
make
avait
you
répondu avant.
think. There's still time, you know. Join us before it's too late.
Unfortunately, my word is my bond. I don't want to leave Lord Mortimer in the lurch.
Very well, as you wish. It's up to you to decide.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
Well, I should imagine you're still shaken. I promise to shed light on my mother's circumstances as soon as possible.
There's not much to shed light on. What your mother did is inexcusable. She won the trust of my sister in order to more easily betray her. She didn't do anything to her. Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Et là, elle l'empoisonne. Le poison sur le rouge à lèvres, tu devrais le savoir, mec, ça existe. Bah, merci à toi d'être passé, le diable majordome. Plus. Passez une bonne soirée.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him.
He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here?
She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her.
What are we going to do about Washington?
He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king.
Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim.
He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Emily? Emily? Are you there?
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
C'est long ce chapitre.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my
J'ai vraiment envie d'arrêter là
I
le
understand
chapitre.
that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions, so that we may reach a greater
Ce qui
understanding.
est clair, c'est que la prochaine fois, je rajouterai pas autant de temps à Zalia. J'arrêterai avant. J'arrêterai le stream avant.
My lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me assure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Duke Manuel? Well, you see, it is more complicated and it...
Godoy?
Calm, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
They are not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest. You included. I would be very grateful if you would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts? Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support
C'est ça,
you in this
non.
operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What? What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune. Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
Salut Tannock, ça va?
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My lord took this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, Ariel.
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
Ouais, par l'Ostropole, parce que c'est un choix important, vous allez décider. Vous avez le choix. Moi je dis le mec c'est un psychopathe, donc bon. Je vous laisse 30 secondes. Pas une de plus. Vous avez 30 secondes. Pour choisir, est-ce qu'on sauve ce guignol ou pas? Il vous reste 10 secondes. Fin du temps, la majorité pour intervenir.
Wait.
De Richet, you just can't help it.
Une seule
can you?
chance, hein, les gens.
Stop trying to play the hero, man.
Il ne mérite pas cela. On peut faire ça. Qu'il pense à son enfant. Je vais l'aider, ça ne lui ressemble pas. Il va tuer personne enfin. Et merci, c'était la dernière fois qu'on pouvait claquer un truc. On a donc plus que 0 points. On a 0 points.
Jack,
non, merci Algeria.
don't do it. You're a father. You owe it to...
You bastard!
Break. 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 Chapitre 8, le colloque. J'ai choisi de suivre Lord Mortimer, j'ai participé au colloque, j'ai convaincu Manuel Godoy, je ne me suis pas laissé convaincre par Lady Hillsborough, j'ai découvert que Lord Mortimer jouait un rôle dans l'ascension de Napoléon Bonaparte, j'ai appris que Sir Gregory Holm et Von Wallner sont étroitement liés, j'ai couché avec Lady Hillsborough, j'ai raté, je me suis fait tirer dessus par Jacques Perru et je n'ai pas rassuré Sarah de Richet. Alternative, j'aurais pu me laisser convaincre par Lady Hillsborough, j'aurais pu suivre Sir Gregory Holm et j'aurais pu découvrir le secret de Jacques Perru. Voilà. Succès du verrouillé en jeu dangereux.
Louis, are you awake? Ah, it looks like he's coming around.
You gave us a mighty fright, sir.
A veritable force of nature. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
That's Sarah's boy, all right.
Slowly, Louis. Take your time.
Mr. President? I've got a bat.
Careful, you haven't fully recovered.
Aucune trace de sang, hein.
You've had rather a close call, Louis.
We are all relieved to see you back with us. My friends, this is a great relief to us all. But please, let Louis recover now. See you later. Get some rest.
C'est parti pour la lecture. Il y a 3 bouquins qu'on peut choisir. Donc, agilité, occultisme, politique, logique, subterfuge, linguistique et diversion. Donc, au maximum, je prends une proposition par personne. Les 3 premières, ça sera ce qu'on choisira. Donc, un politique. Donc, il vous reste agilité, occultisme, logique, subterfuge, linguistique et diversion. Choisissez. Subterfuge. Il ne reste plus qu'un. Agilité, occultisme, logique, linguistique ou diversion. Diversion. Désolé, MC, d'un doigt à voter avant toi. Et on s'arrête là pour aujourd'hui sur ce petit let's play de The Council. J'espère qu'il vous aura plu. Dans tous les cas, on se retrouve à 22h pour avancer sur Nioh. Pour ce qui est de demain à 18h, si tout va bien, vous aurez du Tales of Symphonia. Demain à 22h, si tout va bien, on avancera sur Breach and Clear. Pour ce qui est de jeudi à 18h et vendredi à 18h, vous aurez toujours du Final Fantasy XII. Samedi à 22h, on avancera sur Unravel 2. Dimanche 16h, Ni no Kuni 2, 18h, Octopus Traveler, 22h, Vampire. Pour ce qui est de la semaine prochaine, lundi à 18h, ça sera toujours le Final Fantasy XII. Et mardi de la semaine prochaine à 18h, vous aurez la suite de cet épisode 3 de The Council. En tous les cas, je vous remercie à tous et à toutes. Je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. Et je vous dis donc à tout à l'heure pour du Nioh ou une prochaine. Allez, ciao tout le monde. Bye bye.
Peggy 16.
Dearest Mother, I came to this rock to find you. But I only find myself surrounded by schemers. The President, the soldier, the Duchess, and the Cardinal, and those who invited us here. But I won't be a pawn in their games. What brought you here? What have you left for me to find? Are you even still alive?
Why do you think she wanted to leave?
Everything is possible if you make the right choices.
It will take all my skill and my silver tongue to solve this mystery. Before it's too late.